Okay, so in today's video about internet computer, we are going to check out the price chart and see what is going on there. But before that, I want to talk about this tweet and tell you why this is a very important bullish news for ICP. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And before we start today's video, I need to tell you that today I'm going to put, I would say, probably the most important video out for my members, and in it I'm going to tell them about the investment opportunities inside and also outside of the crypto market for the future. So if you're interested in those informations, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. Let's get on with our video and see what is going on. And as you can see, this tweet says the Definity team organized a workshop about the groundbreaking paradigm of self-writing internet, where AI builds and updates Web3 applications through natural language prompts. Founder Dominic Williams gave the CFC St. Moritz audience a world-first live demo of Caffeine AI. So why is this thing so important? It's actually because of the last couple of words, live demo of Caffeine AI. You see, if you go back and check out my previous video about ICP, in here I actually talked about my thoughts on Caffeine AI, and if you do not want to check this video, that's absolutely fair enough. Just know this, all of us are having three options about Caffeine AI. Either you believe this is going to be the perfect product and it's going to deliver all the promises, or you believe this is going to be an absolutely terrible product and it's just purely hype, or you think this is a useful product, but it's not going to really deliver all the promises and do a perfect job. Now, for me personally, I am a big fan of ICP and I love what they are bringing to the table. However, I'm not really blind. I'm going to argue there is a decent chance that this is not going to be the perfect product and it is going to be just a useful tool, but again, it's not really going to do the perfect job. Now, the topic of this video was about whether we are even going to have a Caffeine AI to begin with or not. And as you can see, according to this tweet, because they had a live demo in here, okay, there is definitely a product then. Now, when you go in here and see what Dominic Williams actually said, okay, he said, people love self-writing internet demos, roadmap and announcements for SWI, self-writing internet, and other important developments coming soon. So, okay, I think we can all say with quite a bit of confidence that there is a Caffeine AI in here. Now, the question is, let's say, okay, this is going to be a useful tool, but it's not going to deliver all the promises. Then in that case, what are the possible effects of this tool on price? Well, let me give you a very important example, and then we are going to talk about what the price of ICP potentially is going to do because of the launch of Caffeine AI. You see, back in October, Elon Musk in a show talked about robotaxis, and this is a very important point. He said they are going to be out by 2026 or maximum 2027. Now, this is about maximum, let's say, 2 years from now. So you would think because of this news, Tesla's stock actually went up, correct? Well, let's see what is happening in here and maybe go on H1 time frame. Excuse me. This was on 8th of October. Where is it? Excuse me. It's actually right in here. So what happened? As you can see, we didn't get a move up in this chart. Instead, we got about a 10% move on the downside. So what was the reason? Wasn't that a positive step towards the right direction? And wasn't that supposed to have a positive effect on stock's price? The answer is yes, but you need to understand this. Tesla's stock is mainly driven by narrative. So what's the point that I'm trying to make in here? You see, I believe that the market already priced in even the robotaxis narrative. And I think when Elon Musk in that show talked about robotaxis being in the streets by maximum 2027, people said, well, okay, we already priced in that kind of news and there is nothing more impressive in here. That's why you saw a 10% corrective movement on the downside. Now, what happened next? Well, obviously, in my opinion, he definitely saw this move down and he was like, well, okay, I have to create now the ultimate narrative in order for the stock to go up. That's why he supported Donald Trump, and this worked for him big time. So what's the conclusion in here? First things first, Tesla's stock is mainly driven by narratives. And I fully believe this is extremely, extremely overvalued. Does this mean that I'm going to go short in here? Absolutely not. I'm not really going to go short in a stock that is driven by narratives. But here's what I have to say. I'm not really going to also bet on Tesla's stock. And the second conclusion that we can make based on what happened in here is that if you are having an important development in your project, okay, assuming that the market has not priced in that development, then okay, we can expect price appreciation. On the other hand, if the market has already priced in those progresses, then okay, odds are you are going to see from here a move down, assuming that your development is nothing out of the expectations. Understood? Okay, having said that, now let's go on ICP's price chart and see what is going on there. And this is why I believe ICP is going to go to the moon. So what do we see in here? Let's just take this one and do this. Okay, as you can see, in the last 30 days, the price hasn't really done a whole lot. Now let's zoom out a bit more and maybe go on daily time frame and see what is happening in here. Okay, so right now we are somewhere around $9.5. And back in this time in December of 2023, we were also around the same price. So what's the conclusion? In 2 years in ICP, basically we have been neutral and we didn't get huge price appreciations. Now, having said that, let me ask you a very important question. Do you believe that the launch of Caffeine AI is at least a positive step towards the right direction or not? Meaning, do you believe that either this is going to be the perfect product or you think this is a useful tool, but it's not going to be perfect? Either way, this is a positive step towards the right direction, correct? Okay, if you believe that, then you need to go on the live chart and see what is going on and has the market already priced in that positive development. And based on what I'm seeing in here, I'm going to argue probably not. That's why I believe the launch of Caffeine AI will actually send the price of internet computer token on a decent bull run, and we are going to see big price appreciation in the cycle. Now, if you think that launch of Caffeine AI and even overall the ICP fundamentals are just terrible and this is a worthless token, then okay, let me ask you this question. Why are you here? Because I am definitely a big fan of internet computer and the videos that I make are mostly positive ones about ICP. And if you believe this is a bad token, then okay, you shouldn't really watch these videos. So you see, we're gonna have ultimately two options in here. Either you believe this is a bad project, which in that case, fair enough, do not watch any videos on YouTube and get your money out of the project as soon as you can. Or you believe this is actually a good project and it does have a bright future, then okay, in that case, I can tell you the launch of Caffeine AI is definitely going to play a very important role in that area, and hopefully, we are going to see a big move on the upside as a result of it. Now, about the short-term price action, let's go on some lower time frames, maybe on 30-minute chart and see what is happening. Okay, let's zoom out a bit more. Excuse me. There we go. So if you remember the last time that we talked about ICP, I believe we were somewhere around these areas and I was saying, okay, because we are having starting from this high, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and in it, especially we took all these lows right in here, I'm going to argue that there's a good chance in ICP we might actually see some more moves on the downside. Now, in this region, the idea was maybe this is an impulse and followed by that, we're having a correction down and soon we might get another move up. But I told you, even in that case, right around these areas, we shouldn't really jump into any unnecessary bullish conclusion because that might be just a simple ABC or a W exploit structure, and after it's over, we might see another move on the downside. So what happened? We didn't definitely get this move up right in here. Instead, we got a continuation of the move down. Now, because in this phase, we still haven't taken this low right in here, I can tell you that, okay, fair enough, maybe we are going to have a move up. But again, even in that case, I'm not really going to interpret this thing as a bullish sign immediately. Why is that? Because in this move down in ICP, we have taken these two lows. And if I want to go long on a chart right here, right now, I would argue I definitely have better options. Because if you are a regular viewer, I think I have talked about this before. if you want to argue that the bottom is in right in here and we are going to get a massive move on the upside, then okay, you must be able to find off of the lowest low a 1 2 3 4 5 wave impulsive structure. Now if I just go around here, okay, I can tell you there's a good chance this is an impulse, and this is also another impulse, and this is also another 5 wave on the upside. And okay, on a higher degree, we may have an A, B, C flat structure, and this kind of got confirmed when in this move, you know it, we took these two lows. So what's the point that I'm trying to make in here? Let's say, okay, I want to go long in ICP. Right now, for me at least, doesn't really make sense to open any long position in these areas unless we get a continuation of the move down, and in that move we take this low. Why is that? Because at that point I don't really expect for internet computer to go a whole lot lower, and in here, trust me, I am definitely going to open some long positions, but for now I would argue definitely not. Now if you want to be bullish with a bit more confidence, then okay, I would argue you need to wait a bit more and see ICP getting a break of this very important resistance area, which I think it was from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. But right now, in my opinion, we should definitely be careful and be a bit patient, because who knows, maybe the market is going to provide us with a much better buying opportunity. And well, for me, that is always welcomed. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in internet computers chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.